What's up guys, Dan Can Reacts here today. I'll be reacting to 10 canceled 90s Nickelodeon shows we want back by Retro Rewind. Now, I know some of the 90s shows, not all of them, like I see in the thumbnail, that's from Clarissa Explains It All. That came out like way before I was born. The only 90s shows I kind of grew up with, I think they were still on when I was like 3 or 4. I know Hey Arnold was still on till like 2004. Cat Dog was still on. Rugrats was still on till 2004. Rocket Power. SpongeBob, of course, that's still on to this day. And the animation looks kind of, I wouldn't say bad, but the animation now is kind of just weird. I don't know how do you put it, but yeah, SpongeBob's still on to this day. I'm surprised that that's the only 90s show that's still on. And then, I forgot what else. I forgot some other 90s shows that were still on. I think those are the only ones left that made it to the 2000s era. I think I do remember Angry Beavers. I think that was still on, but it wasn't on Nickelodeon. It was on the new Nicktoons that was I think the new Nicktoons channel that started at that time. That's when Nicktoons started airing all those old 90s cartoons and 2000s cartoons at the time. Before, of course, they rebranded in 2010 and everything got canceled. But yeah, Angry Beavers, I remember. Rocko's Modern Life, I remember watching that only on Nicktoons, not on Nick. But some of those shows are good. And then, yeah, Keenan and Kel, I remember that one too. That one was good. I saw that on Nick Rewind. And literally, some of those 90s shows from back then were way better than the shows now. And I can see why a lot of people would ask Nickelodeon to bring those back. Some of them are good. I mean, the only one I kind of want back is Hey Arnold as like a reboot, Invader Zim, and then maybe Rocko's Modern Life, and then I guess Clarissa too, like a reboot or maybe a reunion with Clarissa. But yeah, those shows are good and still are, the best ones from Nick. Nickelodeon nowadays is just literally nothing but a movie channel, and then Nicktoons is basically just a SpongeBob channel. So yeah, I think we need all those shows back on Nickelodeon or on Nicktoons. Like, they really need to start changing the schedules now. But anyways, the original video will be in the description down below if you want to check that out. After this, be sure to do so. Subscribe to Retro Rewind if you haven't already. Subscribe to their channel. And also subscribe to this channel as well and hit that notification button to get updates on videos I'll be posting on this channel. So without further ado, let's get into this video.
In the 90s, there was a Nickelodeon show that was almost canceled before its launch because it was just too scary and terrifying.
Are you afraid
for
of the
kids.
dark?
And what about that one question that popped into every 90s kid's head every time? Who loves orange soda?
Kel loves orange soda.
Kel loves orange soda.
If you know, you know which kid it was. But if you don't, no need to stress out, just stick with us and you'll get to know. We are looking towards an era to recall all those iconic 90s shows that ruled Nickelodeon, but got canceled way too soon. Shows like My Brother and Me, Keenan and Kel, Salute Your Shorts, they weren't just TV shows, they were a whole childhood.
One day,
I
think
they
I
were
remember
everywhere,
on Nick Rewind,
and the
when
next
they
day,
started airing that
gone
on
like
that
they
channel.
never even
Salute
existed.
Your Shorts, I remember watching.
I bet there's
it was
at least
pretty
one you
good.
completely forgot about, or maybe more. But honestly, now it's time for a comeback, because every time we talk about them, they rewind us to the best years of our lives. So grab your popcorn and dive in with us as we revisit 10 canceled Nickelodeon shows from the 90s that...
And yet we had Nick Rewind on T-Nick. We had the 90s are all that, Nick Splat, Nick Rewind, and now it's just the same old stuff now where they literally just canceled it because we have Paramount Plus now and we can watch all of that, every day or whatever we want instead of waiting till like 9 o'clock till like 5 in the morning. You can just watch all of that, whatever you want on Paramount Plus. Like, nobody wants that. We want to watch that back on TV. Like, I think Nick Rewind's still available. It's only on, I think, Pluto, but I think it's called 90s Nickelodeon Kids Channel, I think it's called. But it's still not the same. I mean, I kind of miss it when it's on TV, but T-Nick now is basically just nothing but Henry Danger reruns and the Thundermans. That's it. They really, and I think the Loud House is now taking over Nick Rewind's old spot. But honestly, they should bring that block back and either rebrand it as Teen Nick or Nicktoons, or just have it as its own channel. Because like honestly, it would be better back on TV than on streaming service.
Totally need a comeback. At number 10, The Amanda Show.
Oh, I remember
The
that
Amanda
show.
Show was a comedy show where 13-year-old Amanda Bynes serves us the pure chaotic comedy, absurd humor,
'Cause that was on
and iconic
The
one-liners
end,
that still
I think,
live rent-free
Teen
in
Nick
our heads.
around that time. I remember
I mean,
watching it.
how many times have you literally shouted "Maha" at a coworker?
Oh, hey!
Oh, that's Josh.
Or who could forget Judge Trudy, the Judge
Oh,
Judy
I
parody where
remember
kids
that.
always won the most ridiculous lawsuits? But do you remember who were the true stars of the show?
The
Of course,
Lobsters.
the Dancing Lobsters. The moment Amanda shouted, "Bring in the Dancing Lobsters," you knew the madness was about to unfold. Well, I mean, who expects logic in comedy sketches? Dancing lobsters in a courtroom makes no sense.
And they were brought
but
back
I'm
in
not complaining.
Victorious, which
It was the best
I
part of the
actually
show.
liked. They did a
Pure,
callback to that.
unfiltered fun. Number 9, Clarissa. Explains it all.
Yeah, this one I've never
After
watched.
Amanda's absurd humor, the next show that truly resonated with us as teenagers was Clarissa Explains It All. This classic sitcom had Clarissa breaking the fourth wall, talking directly to us, and sharing her real, raw struggles of teenage life. From her funky, mismatched outfits to her pet alligator Elvis, and her incredibly annoying brother Ferguson, everything felt so relatable that it was like she was us. This show actually got what it was like to be a teen, awkward crushes, annoying parents, and school struggles that weren't sugarcoated. And let's be real, if Na 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 isn't playing in your head right now, are you even a 90s kid? Number 8, Keenan and Kel.
That one I remember
If Amanda
watching.
was the
That
queen of
hilarious.
90s comedy, then Keenan and Kel definitely booked the spot as the kings.
Is it true? Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, it's true. Ooh. I do.
The duo of
Ooh.
Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell was legendary. Keenan was the mastermind, always coming up with wild get-rich-quick schemes, while Kel was the clueless best friend who somehow got roped into everything, especially if there was an offer of orange soda. Whenever someone asks, "Who loves orange soda?" every 90s kid knows the answer.
Kel
loves orange
soda.
soda. Yes, it is Kel. Kel's over-the-top love for orange soda was so relatable that I also started craving it. This show was pure chaos, a hilarious disaster where Keenan's plans always spiraled out of control. From getting stuck in freezers to ruining jobs and almost blowing up Rigby's store, it was madness. And to top it all off, Kel always found a way to make things 10 times worse. But let's be real, this chaotic mess was what made it so fun to watch. Number 7, Salute Your Shorts.
And they were both in Good
If the
Burger,
chaos
the
of
movie
Keenan and
together,
Kel
which I
wasn't
find
enough,
that
there was
very,
another
very
classic,
cool.
Salute Your Shorts. This show brought us the ultimate summer camp experience, packed with pranks, friendships, and absolute mayhem. It was so iconic that even the title came from a literal moment in the show where someone's shorts got hoisted up a flagpole, and, well, they saluted it. The whole group was a wild mix. Michael was the new kid, Sponge was the nerd,
Sponge.
Telly was the tough tomboy, Donkey Lips had his own charm,
Donkey
and
Lips.
Queen Bee Dina ruled the camp. And of course, how could we forget Ugg, the camp counselor who had zero control over the kids? Sadly, this show only lasted 2 seasons, but those summer camp vibes, they still live on in our hearts. Number 6,
I mean, I know it wouldn't be the same anymore because I know most of the cast members on that show are probably like parents now, or they're just, either single or they're married. But I know if they do bring that back, it might just be like a new cast, kind of like the All That reboot. Which, yeah, that I don't know, that reboot wasn't that great. I mean, it was, man, like it was just us. I don't know, it wasn't that great like the original one is. But they might do the same thing with Salute Your Shorts. If they do a reboot, it might just be the new cast, or they could just do like they could just do one with the cast members with their kids, and just do like that, and they could just make a reference to their parents used to being at the camp and this and that. I mean, they could do that, but I highly doubt they might bring that show back. I mean, more than likely, it might be on Teen Nick or something like that. But I mean, they should bring that back though, and they should also bring back the original intro.
Nickelodeon sitcom that was a favorite among teenagers
Welcome
was
Freshman. I don't
Welcome
remember that
Freshman,
either.
a show all about ninth graders trying hard to survive their first year of high school.
These have to go to Miss Petruka. Now stick to throwing out newspapers, or you'll be thrown out.
But you took the wrong. Bah.
What made this show stand out was its unique mix of sketch comedy and sitcom vibes, making it feel different from your typical school-based series. It featured a hilarious group of teens: bumbling schemer Walter, smart and witty Kevin, clueless jock Grant, Grant's girlfriend Alex, and his sister Erin. And let's not forget Vice Principal Mr. Lipman, who had major I hate my job energy, along with his absent-minded secretary, Miss Petrica. This show definitely needs a comeback. If we got a modern reboot, Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids would eat this up. Number 5. You can't do that on television.
I mean, again,
Imagine
it'll be the
streaming a
same
show on
thing where they
TV
have
with the
to
name You Can't Do
find
That
new
on
cast
television.
members.
Well, that was the irony of the 80s.
The old cast are
This show was the real
adults
OG.
now.
It had snarky humor, bizarre skits, and absolutely no filter. Every episode had a different theme, like embarrassment, pets, or peer pressure, and the sketches were pure absurdity. And let's not forget the legendary prank, where if you said, "I don't know," you'd get a bucket full of slime dumped all over you. This was the show that created the slime tradition that Nickelodeon would later make legendary. And let's all agree on this: without You Can't Do That on television, Nickelodeon just wouldn't be the same. Number 4,
I mean, yeah.
Rocko's Modern Life. You won't believe what's coming up next. This show was meant for kids, but the jokes.
That's what I just said. They should bring that show
Rocco,
back.
man, you've got color.
Come on in, Hess.
Got any monkey spits?
Let's just say even adults had a hard time processing them. Yes, Rocko's Modern Life was straight up insane. Rocco was a mild-mannered Australian
I'm
wallaby
saying they should bring
who was
that
just
show
trying
back.
to survive
I remember they
adulthood
did what- I
in the
think they did a
ridiculously
TV
chaotic
movie
city of
for
O-Town with his best
Netflix, I
friends,
think 5
a
years
goofy
ago,
steer
but
named Heifer,
they should
and a
definitely
neurotic
bring-
turtle
they should
named Filbert, who
definitely
seemed to
bring
have a
this back.
meltdown every 5 minutes. This show was supposedly for kids, but the jokes? Oh, they were 100% for adults.
Yeah.
Imagine, Rocco worked for a phone hotline that was
Ah.
very much not for kids. Between its hilariously bizarre characters, surreal animation, and ridiculously edgy humor, Rocco's Modern Life was Nickelodeon at its absolute weirdest, and we loved every second of it. Number 3, My Brother and Me. The next
This
show
one I
on the
never-
list holds
this
the
one I
title
never
of being
heard
one of
or
the
seen
first
it
black
either.
sitcoms on Nickelodeon. Yes, we're talking about My Brother and Me.
Some of y'all might
This was
remember
one of
these,
the most
but some of them I
underrated
don't
yet
remember.
realist gems of the 90s. It was a pure classic family comedy with a pinch of sibling rivalry that every kid could relate to. The show followed two brothers: Alfie, the cool and responsible older brother, and Dee Dee, the classic little brother whose main
His name
mission
is
in life
Dee Dee.
was to annoy him. It tackled real-life kid problems, from strict parents, embarrassing moments, and to that one crush who never noticed you, and all the while hilariously capturing the sibling dynamic we all knew too well. Sadly, this show was taken off the air after just one season, which honestly feels like a crime for such an iconic series. Nickelodeon, we need justice for My Brother and Me. If that sibling duo hit you right in your 90s kid nostalgia, just wait for what's coming up next, because this one is about to unlock some serious childhood memories. At number 2, The Adventures of Pete and
Oh
Pete.
yeah.
If we're talking about the most popular Nickelodeon
I've seen
show
that
from the
on
90s,
Nick Rewind.
it has to be The Adventures of Pete and
It's
Pete.
actually not that bad. Actually, I actually enjoyed
Pete had
it.
been waiting for.
Cheaters never prosper.
This show was different from anything else on TV at the time, and even today, it still holds up. It had this perfect mix of weirdness, humor, and heartfelt moments that made it unforgettable. And let's not forget, it scored an 8.1 rating on IMDb, which is seriously impressive for a kids' show. The story followed two brothers, and strangely, both named Pete, and their surreal yet strangely relatable adventures. On the surface, it seemed like just another coming-of-age sitcom, but it had this quirky, offbeat energy that made it stand out. The sibling rivalry was real, but so was their bond. If I ask you, can you tell me who the strongest man in the world is? Well, 90s kids know it's Artie, the strongest man in the world. But what really set this show apart was how well it was written. It was imaginative, unpredictable. The humor was bizarre, yet brilliant. And the way it captured childhood struggles, whether it was dealing with parents, school, or even friendships, it felt so real that it still is my personal favorite on the list. And we have to talk about the music. Unlike most kids' shows, Pete and Pete had a soundtrack that felt mature and timeless. The band Polaris created these lo-fi indie rock tracks that didn't sound like typical kids' music. And that's exactly why they stuck with us. Although the show ended after just 3 seasons, fans still eagerly wait for a full DVD release to relive those nostalgic moments. Number 1, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Let me guess, they never did
For
those.
some fans, the wait for a revival still feels endless, while others have been lucky enough to see their favorite childhood shows make a grand comeback. One of those iconic revivals were Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Donna got out, but she forgot her ring. Her school ring, and went running back for it.
If there were an award for the creepiest and scariest
Technically, they
90s
did
kids show,
do these
it would definitely
twice.
go to Are You Afraid of the Dark? And to answer the question, yes, this show was so unsettling and eerie that it was almost canceled before it even aired. This wasn't just a spooky kids show. This was horror at its absolute finest. We had evil clowns, haunted amusement parks, cursed mirrors, and ghostly librarians who wanted to trap kids in the afterlife. This show is so legendary, it refused to stay buried. It was so good that Nickelodeon brought it back not once, but twice. The 2019 revival proved that even decades later, fans were still hooked on the Midnight Society's eerie tales. And guess what? It didn't stop there. The show was renewed for a second season in 2021 and a third in 2022, proving that some stories are just too spine-chilling to be forgotten. Are You Afraid of the Dark was a masterclass in horror storytelling. It proved that children's TV didn't have to talk down to its audience. It could be smart, edgy, and even a little terrifying. But Are You Afraid of the Dark wasn't the only show that left an impact. Looking back, these Nickelodeon classics pushed boundaries, embraced the weird, and gave kids a voice in a world that often overlooked them. Even decades later, these shows are still being revived, referenced, and rewatched, proving that truly great storytelling never fades. From the Amanda Show's iconic humor to Clarissa Explains It All. Making every teen feel seen, these shows got us. My Brother and Me and The Adventures of Pete and Pete gave us the ultimate sibling vibes that we still miss today. And let's not forget the fun and chaotic pranks of Salute Your Shorts. Nothing else quite like it has ever hit our screens. These shows were funny, weird, and, let's be real, low-key life-changing.
Better than the ones
Nickelodeon,
nowadays.
if you're listening, please bring these shows back. The 90s kids are ready. Now let's hear from you.
Oh, this cousin
Drop your
Skeeter.
favorite 90s show in the
I think I
comments,
saw the
and let's get
Garcia
nostalgic
brothers.
together.
Or
Don't
Brother
forget
Garcia.
to like this video if you enjoyed it. And if you're loving these throwback vibes, hit the subscribe button because we've got more 90s content coming your way that you definitely don't want to miss.
Turn to the spice!
Oops. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why it went to that video, but anyways, guys, yeah, I think some of the lists that he said, like I know Cousin Skeeter, I think that show got treated badly too, and I know I don't think they have a DVD series of that show too. I don't think it's on Paramount Plus either, and so I think after its original run, there was no reruns for that show for years. And I think when T Nick did the Nick Rewind, I think that I don't know if that show ended up airing on Nick Rewind, or maybe it did. But I know the list he showed was the Garcia. I think it's called Brother Garcia. That one I do remember that show when it first aired on Nickelodeon. I think they were still airing reruns at that time in like the 2000s. But again, I was like 3 or 4 years old and I started watching Nick, so I probably don't remember that much, but I know Are You Afraid of the Dark got rebooted, so I don't know why that was on the list. That show came back in 2019, and then 2021 and 2022 they started adding new seasons. So I mean, yeah, that show already came back for a reboot. Clarissa, I would like to see come back. I mean, I know she'll probably be like an adult now, but still, I would like to see her come back as a reboot. The Amanda show might not happen because, of course, the whole Dan Schneider allegations thing. So I'm pretty sure the Amanda show will never happen. And so Keena and Kel, they might happen, maybe if they were created by a different creator. But yeah, I think Keena and Kel might happen. But some of the other shows I like to see, like Cat Dog, I actually want to see come back. Because that show ended, I think, in 2005, so they should bring that show back. Hey Arnold should come back. Rocco should come back. Invader Zim should come back. Angry Beavers, I don't see that coming back either because of what happened back in 2001. So I highly doubt that show would ever come back. Real Monsters, they should come back with that too. I mean, after I don't know if there are, because of whatever happened to the Rugrats reboot. I hope if they do bring those shows back, like as told by Ginger and Rocket Power, please animate it in 2D animation. No more 3D. Everybody's getting tired of 3D animation. Like nobody likes that, and that's what happened with the Rugrats reboot. They only lasted with 2 seasons, and yet that show got canceled. I don't even know if that show's on Paramount Plus anymore. I thought I heard they got rid of that too. But yeah, please don't if you're gonna bring back these animated shows, please animate them with like 2D animation. No more 3D. 'Cause I think everybody's starting to get tired of that. Like it's very very like annoying. But anyways, guys, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below which 90s show do y'all remember watching, and which show do you want them to bring back? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious. With that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.